Deuteronomy chapter 3. Then we turned and went up the way to Bashan. And Og, the king of Bashan, came out against us, and he and all his people in the battle of Edrei. But the Lord said to me, Do not fear him, for I have given him and all his people and his land into your hand, and you shall do to him as you did to Sihon and the king of the Ammonites, who lived in Heshbon. So the Lord our God gave into our hand Og also, and the king of Bashan, and all the people, and we struck him down until he had no survivor left. And we took all his cities at that time. There was not a city that we did not take from them. 60 cities, the whole region of Argob, and the kingdom of Og and Bashan. All these were cities fortified with high walls, gates, and bars, besides very many unwalled villages. And we devoted them to destruction, as we did to Sihon, the king of Heshbon, devoted to destruction every city, men and women and children. By all the livestock and the soil of the cities we took as our plunder. So we took the land at the time out of the hand of the 2 kings of the Amorites who belonged to Jordan, who were beyond the Jordan, from the valley of Arnon and the Mount of Horem, the Sidonians, and called Hermon Sirion, while the Ammonites call it Senri. All the cities of the tableland and all the Gilead and all Bashan, as far as Salekah and Adari, the city of the king of Og, and the cities of the kingdom of Og and Bashan. For only Og, the kingdom of Bashan, was left in the remnant of Rephaim. Behold, his bed was a bed of iron. Is it not a Rabbah of the Ammonites? 9 cubits with its length, and 4 cubits its breadth, according to the cubic. When we took possession of the land at the time, I gave it to the Reubenites and the Gadites, the territory beginning at Arior, which is on the edge of the valley of Arnon, and half the hill country of Gilead with its cities, the rest of Gilead and all of Bashan, and the kingdom of Og, and that is, all the regions of Argob I gave to the half-tribe of Manasseh. All that portion of Bashan is called the land of Rephaim. Gr, the Manassite, took all the region of Argob, that is Bashan, as far as his border of the Geshurites and the Machithites, and called the villages after his own name, Havath-Jarin, as it is to this day. Sorry guys, I'm having fun with these names. To Machar I gave Gilead, and to the Reubenites and the Gilead I have the territory. I gave the territory from Gilead as far as from the valley of Arnon, with the middle of the valley as its borders, as far as over as the river Jabbok, and the border of the Ammonites, and the Arabah also, with the Jordan as from the border, and the Shitchenereth as far as the sea of Arabah, the salt sea, under the slopes of Pisgah on the east. And I commanded you at the time, saying, The Lord your God has given you this land to possess. All your men of valor shall cross over armed before your brothers, the people of Israel. Only your wives, your little ones, and your livestock, I know that you have much livestock, shall remain in the cities that I have given you until the Lord gives rest to your brothers as to you, and they also occupy the land that the Lord your God gives them beyond the Jordan. Then each of you may return to his possession which I have given you. And I commanded Joshua at that time, Your eyes have seen all that the Lord your God has done to these 2 kings. So will the Lord do to all the kingdoms into which you are crossing. You shall not fear them, for it is the Lord your God who fights for you. And I pleaded with the Lord at the time, saying, O Lord God, you have only begun to show your servant your greatness and your mighty hand. For what God is there in the heaven or on earth who can do such works and mighty acts as yours? Please let me go over and see the good land beyond the Jordan, that good hill country of Lebanon. But the Lord was angry with me because of you, and would not listen to me. And the Lord said to me, Enough from you. Do not speak to me of this matter again. Go up to the top of Pisgah, and lift your eyes toward westward and northward and southward and eastward, and look at it with your eyes, for you shall not go over this Jordan. But charge Joshua, and encourage and strengthen him, for he shall go over at the head of his people, and he shall put them in possession of the land that you shall see. So we remained in the valley opposite Beth Peorah.